If you think League of Legends is broken right now, with the new champions like Yumi, Sister Tumi, Kasanti, and other shenanigans, chat, worry not, this is nothing. Because back in the day, everything was broken, and the policy was simple. If everything is broken, nothing is broken. So let's go explore a little bit of old League, you know?
Old League of Legends. Back when Riot Games was an actual small indie company, League of Legends has been one of the biggest games in the world for almost a decade plus now. The one thing I realized after talking to my friends is that everyone started their League journey at a different time, and I know someone who started as early as Season 1.
It's me! I'm
But a lot of my friends didn't.
I actually have a friend who started in fucking beta testing, and he has I'm pretty sure Judgment Kale or Unmasked Kale, one of those Kale skins that you receive by participating in fucking alpha or beta testing.
Start until way after Season 5. For reference, Echo wasn't released until Season 5, Jhin wasn't released until Season 6, and Kaisa is one of the most popular champions, and she wasn't released until Season 8. And in this series, guys, I want to go back in time to old League of Legends to show you guys how it was, depending on if you never played it before or if you've been an OG in the past. Hopefully this series will give you guys a good feel of how League of Legends was and how it was like to play League of Legends back in the day. And there's no better place to start than...
Let me guess, that's going to be either something broken, some broken items, or my number one guess, the fact that there was no pick order. I mean, there was no lanes, there was nothing. Now, you join the lobby, you select jungle middle, you get jungle, you know your role. The thing says you are a jungle. Back then, brother, back then, this bullshit didn't exist. The role you are getting depended on your internet speed, on your connection. Because it was all in chat. You would join the lobby, and whoever typed mid, jungle, or whatever role first was getting that role. If you're playing ranked, where we have the draw, where we have the draw pick, the first pick decides where he goes. So if you're last pick, like right now, you feel blessed by being last pick because you can counter whatever, you know? If you're last pick back then, brother, you like it or not, you're playing support. Because the first pick straight up goes whatever he wants, and everyone wants to be faker. So naturally, first pick is going to be middle, then top, then jungle, and whatnot, yeah? But if you're last pick, you're a support, you know? You don't know how to support? Good. Today is the day you're gonna learn something.
And when I started League of Legends, and that's all the way back in Season 2. So strap in and let's go back. Welcome to November 2011.
Oh god.
Season 2 just dropped for League, and also the president is currently black. And oh yeah, didn't people think the world was gonna end at the end of 2012 because some ancient civilization ran out of space on the calendar? That's crazy. And back...
Yeah, fun fact. The entire Aztec prediction went... No, Mayan. Yeah, that was not Aztec, that was Mayans. Who people interpreted that the world is going to end. It's not going to end. The straight up actual reason was because they ran out of fucking space on that calendar. You know, one circle ends, then there's another circle behind it that goes 2013, 2014, 2015. Somehow we didn't find that circle. So we as a society decided, you know, 2012, we're fucked.
Back in 2011, I was just starting high school when my friend put me on to a little game called League of Legends. And at the time, I didn't really like it. I'm not gonna lie, it looked...
Also, in blind pick, an order of chat messages could be different for different people, so two people could see themselves saying middle the first. Actually true. Actually true. Because of the different internet speeds, you would get massive ping. So in that scenario, you would pray to fucking gods that the other person who wrote mid, and you wrote mid, yeah, you pray to fucking heavens that the other person doesn't have a pre-made who would support him. He would say, yeah, my friend, my pre-made Timmy here, he said middle first. Get fucked. You're playing support. Because while you are arguing for the role, you know, what naturally would happen, you would type mid, you would see someone else type mid. You would instantly type top. You know, you'd go with the second best option. But if you're unfortunate enough to participate in a fucking conflict, well, you know, if you lose the conflict, there's only one role remaining. You better save up that inventory space for some pink ones, you know? Because support's gonna support.
Kind of ass to me.
No.
No, not you, Seamus.
Ah, poo.
Keep in mind, I was a Call of Duty player. I was used to just fucking 360 no scoping, doing crazy shit. Why the fuck would I want to move little guys on the screen? But later, as I got more and more used to the game, I started falling in love with the game. And my first season that I experienced in its entirety was season 2.
Anyway, the rank queue. Here we go with the fucking wild west, brother. Whoever was shooting first was winning. That's as Western as it fucking gets in League.
Now, to start off the comparison between...
Up. That it is. That is fucking is. That is fucking is.
between old League of Legends and new League of Legends, let's start off with the most important queue in my opinion, and that is ranked. Now, the one thing I don't miss about old League of Legends is the rank queue. The rank queue was extremely flawed. Now these days, you guys are able to queue up for the role that you want.
Yeah.
Back in old League of Legends, you didn't get that luxury. Back in old League of Legends, we used draft queue, and what that means is that essentially, depending on what pick you get, will determine what role you're going. So let's say, for instance, if you are last pick, you get no rights. You are forced to fill for whatever role that your team doesn't want to play.
And that's support. You know what I know what everyone knows such.
And of course, it doesn't seem fair now these days to be forced to be autofilled, but everybody was forced to do this. Everybody had to go through this terrible system. And
Yeah, and the best part was no one was complaining. Somehow, now I think about it, no one was complaining. You would just suck it up, and you would do what your team needs to do, you know? Like, sure, you're a fucking Fizz one-trick middle. But dog, you got bad luck, your last pick. Dog, your support. And you wouldn't hear people complaining, I'm offended. This breaks my rights of freedom, of playing whatever I want. You know? No, you wouldn't hear that shit. People would just go straight up fucking Giga Chad. I'm support, fine, fuck it, I'm dealing with it. I'm picking Leona, level 2, we fucking ball. You know, that's what I miss from the old league as well.
I feel like that's the main reason why I play every single role, because I was literally forced to play every single role in the earlier seasons of League of Legends. And also another thing, if you got first pick, you control every single...
Oh yeah, I forgot about that, yeah. Instead of 5 bans that we have right now, we had only 3 bans, by the way. And you have the power. Yeah, sometimes we had a bit of a scenarios where someone, let's suppose second pick is telling you to ban Lee Sin, and you're not banning Lee Sin. Your second pick is going a little bit of a disco Nunu.
Single one of your team's bans, all 3. And of course, the proper etiquette was to type to your first pick of champions that you wanted to ban. But for the most part, the first pick could do whatever the fuck they want. They can ban Teemo, they can ban Heimerdinger, they can ban whatever the fuck they wanted. They can ban all top lane matchups if they wanted to play top. You had no control and you had no say. And it wasn't absolutely...
Gassadin and Blitzcrank 100% ban ratio in bronze. You forgot a Mumu. Yeah, throw in a Mumu into that mix, and you're absolutely correct. But I'm going to idea of Gassadin. Season 3, there was a moment where Gassadin was at over 100% ban rate. I feel like Dog was at 120% ban rate. You might be thinking, Shifu, how is that fucking possible? Well, it's quite simple. You ban the champion, someone who is a Gassadin one trick would leave the lobby. The ban registered, the game didn't register. You know? Because at one point, Gassadin was so fucking disgusting that it was either pick or ban.
Barbaric. Most people did respect if you typed your role in the chat first, they would usually give you your role. However, at the end of the day, if I had a pick above you and I OP.GG you and you had, actually it wasn't even OP.GG, back in the day it was LOL King. If I LOL Kinged you and you had a worse win rate than me, I don't give a fuck what you typed. I'm locking in my champion and I'll play the game.
True. Oh, the champions, yeah.
When I started this video, I didn't even know how many champions were in League of Legends currently. There's currently 169, including the newest edition, Aurora, but...
169 already, fucking disgusting. Last time I checked, we were at 161. Oh my fucking god. But yeah, going back to the history of one of the champions, when I just started playing League, I would actually spend fucking hours reading the abilities. Because back then we didn't have the fucking YouTube guides, you didn't have the fucking flashy edits, you didn't have the fucking photo guides, you didn't have bullshit that helps you navigate throughout the champion, you know? You didn't have the fucking handicapped systems that we have right now in League, which tell you what runes to pick, what summoners to pick, what skills to max out in what order, and what to build and how to path in fucking jungle. Like, bro, how fucking handicapped do you need to be to, you know, have everything done for you already? You know, that's the kind of issue I have with this game. But on the other hand, if you're introducing a new player to 169 champions, yeah, I mean, I see the benefit of the system. But the thing is, the point I'm trying to make is back in the day, I was reading all of the fucking champion abilities, and I'm pretty sure my number 2 champion that I bought with, not Blue Essence, IP. Back in the day, those things were called influence points. I bought Karthus. Because I read his ability and I read his ultimate ability, Requiem, which says, deal bazillion damage to fucking everyone. I was like, you know, based on theory alone, this champion is fucking amazing. You press the button, you win the game. What I didn't realize is that the fucking ultimate is in 5 hours cooldown, yeah, and that you need to go very hard on the ability power. So let's just say, Karthus was one of the champions I refunded instantly.
She just got released on live servers as I'm recording this video. Back when Season 2 started, there was only 87 champions in the game. And back in the day, between like Season 1 to Season 2, Riot was just pumping out champion after champion. In Season 2 alone, they released 19 champions. And we're about to go over each one of those 19 champions in this video in order, starting with number 1. Volibear. Now, old Volibear was a little bit different than the new Volibear that we have. His old Q used to flip people over his head. His W is pretty much the same.
Old Volibear was fucking amazing. If you want to see old Volibear in its prime, I highly recommend, chat, you go to YouTube and search old Trick2G Volibear videos with gangster disrespect music in the background. That Volibear in the hands of Trick2G was peak.
His E was like a little bit of like a knockback. It wasn't very good as I remember, but if you went full AP, you could do some extreme damage. And then his ultimate was the classic Thunderclaws. You used to be able to shred through people with that ultimate.
Yeah, it's the passive
and of
now.
course, I can't forget his passive, which would give him 30%
Dr. Mundo's ultimate in Volibear's passive.
of.
So old Volibear Q is the Urgot E now. Yeah, exactly. Except for Urgot, you are just going directly dashing into the line. With Volibear, you are just running around. You know, you can do whatever the fuck you want. You can travel in whatever pathway you want.
HP back. After Volibear's release, we have Ahri. Besides a visual upgrade, Ahri is pretty much the same exact kit. Her ultimate got a ultimate reset recently, but other than that, she's pretty much the same champion. Yeah. And then after Ahri's release, we got Victor. And for Victor, he hasn't really changed in terms.
Yeah, the only thing changed with Victor is that they introduced his item as... No, initially there was an item that you were buying, evolving your items. Now, I'm pretty sure now you need level ups, no? They played around his passive multiple times, but the kit remains the same.
Of his kit, but his augments and the way he's able to
stacks, you need a... Okay, gotcha.
Evolve his abilities has changed drastically over time.
Yeah, because you were binding at level 6, level 11, level 16, you would have a new option in the shop to purchase one of the Victor's passive items, those augments, for 1000 gold. So, if you're at level 6, you're getting, theoretically, the power spike. You can evolve one of your abilities, yeah? But you don't have 1000 gold? Well, get fucked. You know? Better work that extra shift at McDonald's tonight, because otherwise you're not getting that fucking passive power spike.
The only thing I really noticed, especially back in the day, is that his ult was actually kind of scary looking. And before we begin the next section, only about 2% of you guys are subscribed to this channel. If you guys like content like this and want me to do even more, please subscribe to this channel. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers.
Tell me which one editing is fucking amazing. Boom. 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 Gotcha, brother. Fucking gotcha.
Let's get to the next part. And after Victor, we have Sejuani. And for Sejuani's kit, it's very similar to what we have live. However, her old W used to swing her fucking flail in the air like a stripper. And for her E, it wasn't even a stun, it was a slow. So if you autoed somebody and then used your E after, it would slow them. It did a lot more damage, but you didn't get a stun, so it was kind of ass. After Sejuani's release, we got Ziggs, and Ziggs has the same exact kit as he does right now, besides his W being able to destroy towers very easily. After Ziggs, we got Nautilus, and Nautilus has the same exact kit down to the
Yesterday, it was perfect. Down to the every minute detail. It was fucking perfect. But it took me only, it was February 2012 when Nautilus was released. Today we have August of 2024, which means 12 and a half years passed since the release of Nautilus. I know for a fact some of the viewers we have are slightly younger than Nautilus, by the way.
Minute detail. Of course, he's been buffed and nerfed, but the kit itself hasn't changed.
Bro.
And then after Nautilus, we have Fiora. And
old Fiora was amazing, especially her ultimate. I don't think there was a more busted ultimate than her Blade's Dance, which, in summary, is Master Yi's Q, but on fucking steroids, and looks absolutely stunning.
And for Fiora, she's vastly different now than she was back in the day. She was even more brain dead, if you guys can actually believe that. Her Q was point and click, her ultimate was point and click. This
was her ultimate. Imagine this, but on 5 people, and she is going full AD, and she's fully stacked with the Sword of the Occult. By the way, that was an item which was an equivalent of Magi's we have right now. Magi's gives you ability power. Sword of the Occult gives you AD and stacks. And the thing fucking stacks. So, if you are a slightly fed Fiora, you press your ultimate, which is...
The ultimate Blade Waltz.
Blade Waltz, yeah. It was absolutely beautiful. Plus the sound effects on it. It was perfect.
Same Blade Waltz that you guys see in Arena now these days. Her W was possibly the worst ability in the game by far, because it was basically like a Jax E that only worked on one auto.
Yeah, that was disgusting. If everything is broken, everything is broken. Exactly. Master EQ. Yeah, but more visually appealing. Plus the sound effects were amazing. Plus it scaled like there's no fucking tomorrow.
And on top of that, it didn't even stun. The only thing it would do is that it will give you extra movement speed, extra attack speed, and it'll prevent you from getting damage from that particular auto attack. So it'll be good against like a Nasus Q, but other than that, it's fucking...
Yeah, also good luck fucking timing it perfectly against Nasus Q, because we're talking back in 2012 where, let's just say, the connections weren't the best.
Useless. And then after Fiora, we got Lulu, and the Fairy Dust Lady is pretty much the exact same as she is now on live servers. And then after Lulu, we got Hecarim. Hecarim's the exact same as well. Then after Hecarim, we got Darius, and for Darius, he did get changed.
The stacks in his ultimate reset.
Old Darius used to have an instant Q cast time, but it didn't heal him for the extra champions that he hit. Then also his E used to be able to pull people a lot faster than it currently does. And also his passive was just a really strong bleed. It didn't give him that insane amount of AD when you get fully stacked up. And then right after Darius, we got his brother Draven, Mr. Axe Boy, and his kit is pretty much the exact same as it is right now, but the main difference is that his old passive was insanely strong. His old passive used to give you insane bleed on every Q or critical attack, so especially late game, 102 damage on every single Q.
Keep in mind that back in the day we had custom rune pages, yeah, and you would actually buy runes. Runes were a pay-to-win system because you would unlock different tiers of runes at different account levels. So at level 10 of your account, you would unlock first set of runes, which give you, for example, 5 AD. At level 20, you would unlock the next tier of runes, which would give you 20 AD, yeah? And at level 30, which was the maximum level of the account, you would unlock the last tier of runes, which would give you 50 AD. Theoretical example, yeah? And you would build those runes manually. You would have 9 red small runes, you would have 9 yellow runes, 9 blue runes, and 3 quintessences, I believe those were called, 3 massive runes, yeah? So what will people do in those red ones? You would sneaky put 0. You would build, I don't give a fuck what you need, you would build attack damage, you would build attack speed, yeah? But one of those 9 runes was Sneaky. 0.91% crit strike. And Lord knows, when at level 1 that crit procced, it was fucking game changer.
Crit really stacks up compared to the current Draven passive that we have on live servers. And then after Draven, we got Jace, and Jace is the exact same champion as we do have now. And then after Jace, Diana got released, and Diana is virtually the same exact champion. The main difference is that her old ultimate used to be her dash.
From what I remember was at a certain level you unlock AD, AP runes, health, and regen look alike an armor and resist the big ones quintessences. Yeah. Level 10, level 20, and level 30. And those would cost influence points, what we nowadays what we call blue essence. So, if you are reaching level 30, and you don't have saved up the fucking influence points to replace your entire rune page, the next game you're loading in, you're gonna get absolutely fucking destroyed. Because your opponent, rest assured, your opponent definitely has level 3 maxed out runes. So you know, you better come prepared. Because at level 30, they don't fuck around.
So she had to wait till level 6 to actually dash, and then her old E got moved to her current ultimate. But her old E did no damage. It would just pull people to the center and slow them, you know. So for Diana now, she has a lot more burst. Old Diana had a lot more DPS. And then after Diana's release, we got Rengar, and the funniest thing with Rengar is that he got reworked twice. So basically, old Rengar is very similar to current day Rengar, but
yeah, except the passive was slightly different, I believe. Slightly. I mean, the gist was exactly the same, but yeah. Why they rework? Because the initial rework of Rengar was fucking dog shit. Because they changed his skill where it would be an empowered auto attack like we have right now, but instead of actual auto attack, it would be an ability. And at a certain point, the fucking animation would crash out, and Rengar would look like a fucking Olympic swim diver. Because he would do this, you know? So Rengar just casually chilling in a bush with his hands and his blade in this pose. That was disgusting.
But he also got reworked before, where his Q was
there
AoE.
Yeah, there it is. And technically he would get stuck. Go free. Yeah, in this position. In this. Rengar would get stuck in this fucking position. And he wouldn't move. He would just float around, stuck in this position. And that AoE was absolute dog shit.
Yeah, that was really weird, but old Rengar and current Rengar are pretty much the same. And then after Rengar, Riot Games was on one hell of a streak because they released Syndra. She's really good at handling black balls. I wish she would handle my black balls, but
anyway.
But yeah, she's pretty much the exact same. And then after Syndra, we have Kha'Zix, who hasn't changed since season 2, and he's a very popular, well-designed champion. And then we have another bug right after, which is Elise, and Elise hasn't really been changed at all. And then for the very last champion, right before season 3, was Zed. And for Zed being one of the most popular champions now these days, it's hard to believe that he wasn't released until near the end of season 2. And for Zed, he is the exact same kit. The only difference I would say is that his ultimate used to be able to be QSS, but it wasn't very optimal because it was a magic resist item. And those are the 19 champions that got released in season 2. And for season 2, if you guys collect all the 19 champions, only 7 of them have been
I do enjoy the question mark of fucking Rengar in here. Like, technically they did rework him, but then they brought him back, you know, the same thing they did for LeBlanc.
Reworked or changed in a major way, and then the other 12 haven't been changed practically at all, which is not bad for champions that got released about 12 to 13 years ago.
Oh, this is where the juice is at.
Let's explain the other game modes that we had back in old League of Legends. Starting
this clip, by the way, this particular clip, what do you think Xpeke is saying in here when he missed absolutely everything on that Nidalee? Like, look at the skill shots. Yeah, look at the fucking skill shots.
Explain the other game modes that we had back in old League of Legends. Starting off, of course, we had Summoner's Rift for
Cheese to tank. Exactly. This is the clip where I got that phrase from. She's way too tanky. And ironically, this is what he said.
Normals as well as ranked. However, you guys should notice that we don't have a dedicated mode for ARAM. You guys had to create a custom lobby with your friends or other people to join. And also, we didn't even have the map for ARAM at the time. So we used Summoner's Rift, and we would just hope that people followed the rules and stay mid. Sometimes people would troll. Go crazy! Go stupid! And for game modes that we actually had, we had Twisted Tree Line, which was a 3v3 mode. And
dog. Moment of silence, yeah. Twisted Tree Line was the best.
And it got removed in late season 9 at the end of 2019. And I felt really bad when it got removed because this was the first game mode I ever played. And I actually grinded to level 30 using Twisted Tree Line because I didn't like Summoner's Rift. I felt like the game
Also, it was the most efficient way, by the way.
games were too long. Twisted Tree Line was perfect because I didn't have to worry about 5 other people. The only thing I had to worry about was my 2 teammates and the enemy team. And lastly, back in the day, we had Dominion. And this is a game mode a lot of people weren't here for. And I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it was wild. We used the same map for Nexus Blitz, I believe. We used the same map for Ascension. I'm pretty sure there were a couple of different other game modes that utilized this map, but the original Dominion was wild because it was basically the idea of, I'm pretty sure, fucking Minecraft, not Minecraft, StarCraft, where you would fight for resources. Which means I am moving myself right now, which means on the minimap you can see 5 specific areas, yeah? Each of those areas are giving you resources. If you can, so you have to, what you have to do is capture those areas, so they will give you resources. The more you have, the better chances of you winning, you know? Well, basically a fucking resource race. That was amazing. Unique, but amazing.
It wasn't very popular, but god damn it, it was a lot of fun. I swear to God, it was fast, it was fun.
Dominion's pretty fun. It's fast. It's fun.
What do you think about Dominion?
Dominion was awesome. Dominion, it's fast. It's fun.
It was basically like Capture the Flag or King of a Hill game mode where you had 5 different relics that you had to capture, and depending on how many relics you had, you would get even more points. So if you had all 5, the game would end very quickly if the enemy team didn't grab one. And then let's say, for instance, if you have the same amount of relics, the game will be at a standstill because the points will go up. You have to get more relics than your enemy. And the game was only around 15 minutes long, maybe 20 minutes. It could go longer depending on how competitive it was. And some of the most notable champions in this game mode were anyone that was fast, such as Hecarim and Rammus, or anyone with a global travel ability such as Twisted Fate or Pantheon. Also, the Dominion map was used to play hide and seek, which was a custom game mode.
Oh, it was fucking amazing. Yeah, hide and seek, and well, there were a couple of different game modes that were created by the community that were actually fucking amazing. But still, to this day, my favorite one is playing the League Football, which means you pick Lee Sin, you pick Alistar, yeah, on both teams, and in the middle you have Tima. And you are using only the kick and knockback abilities to use Teemo as a ball to score the fucking goal. Now that was a game mode
that a lot of people enjoyed back in the day. And that's the end of this video, guys. Thank you for watching, guys. Especially for this video, it took a lot of time for me to actually finish it. So if you guys really do enjoy it, make sure you drop a like, make sure you subscribe. I'm gonna try to get another video out within the next 2 weeks possibly. But of course, if you want high quality content like this, it takes time. So
tell me which one the editing was amazing.
Appreciate all the people who've been subscribing. The Instagram love has been insane. The TikTok love has been insane. I appreciate every single one of you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video.